Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. This is a little bit different for me today. I'm trialing a product. I was sent this by a company called Supstable. Cordless mini chainsaw model 10C6M. This is the instruction manual and all the safety warnings as well, and tells you how to use the product very safely and effectively, so you don't want to be messing about with chainsaws of any size, and it gives you all the instructions how to do it, and also most importantly safety instructions. What I have bought alongside this product is a pair of safety goggles which wrap all the way around, because you don't want to have bits of wood flying off and getting you in the eye, because I've already had an eye injury when I was younger which made me have to wear glasses, so very careful. That wasn't through using the chainsaw, that was a tennis ball. Anyway, so let's have a look at the product. It's very handy, it fits in your hand. It's like this. It's very light actually. The battery here, you get two of these which slides on and off. There we go. It's a lithium ion battery, and on the front there's a little indicator there, so you can see how much power is in it. It's a good idea to keep it charged, because if you're not charging it you might get out ready to do what you want to do and then find you haven't got any power in the battery. Unfortunately it comes with the cable here which you just plug in, and the indicator lights tell you when it's done, and even more importantly you have a spare battery, so you can almost continually use these, providing not a lumberjack. Of course you'd want to be a bit more well equipped than that, but this is a wonderful idea. This is another battery. See, this one needs a little bit of charge, so you can keep that as a spare. Another thing it comes with is the protective cover here on this here. So you just pull that off when you're ready to use it. And you can see the little chains there with the protective guard on. You pop to that one side so it's somewhere safe in the box, which I'll show in a moment. And also on this tool here you have a little compartment. With chainsaws you need to keep them lubricated with chainsaw oil, not any old oil, just make sure it's for chainsaws. And he puts them into this bottle here. This doesn't come with a chainsaw, by the way, you have to buy it separately. And you put it into this little thing here. I'm not going to know because I'm not intending to use it straight away. Put it into there, and the indicator line on here will tell you when it's full. So you put the lid back on, and when you're ready to use it you press the primer bulb here till the oil comes through, and then when you use the chainsaw itself it will lubricate the chain so it cuts through rather than getting stuck, which will cause a problem. I'm just going to try it on now. You press the little catch here and the button there. You can hear it's got quite a good sound to that. And I did a couple of branches around the back, small branches, just to trim them up. And it did a really good and quick job, and I was really impressed. So and that's why there's little bits of sawdust on it. So, but anyway, this is the overview of the product. It also comes with two spare chains which you can apply, a screwdriver, and in the book it tells you how to put the chains on and do it the proper way, which of course is most important, and to make sure you have the chains facing the right direction, otherwise it won't cut. You make it more of a problem for yourself. So yeah, that's very interesting. So there's the saw chains. So that's all you really need, is that and that. And then it's got a lovely box. I'm just going to show you that when I've packed it away tidily. And everything's in the book. So yeah, have a look in the description and see what you think. This is the case for the mini chainsaw. You can see the details on the item itself there. And in the box you can put your batteries back. You can put your charger, make sure it's covered so you don't cut anything. And you've got your two spare chains, and you've got the screwdriver and the bottle of oil, but I've kept the bottle of oil out because it's full. I just wanted to mention, if I hadn't before, is that you put the oil into this compartment here, and when you're finished the instructions say to empty it out. So I've emptied it back into this bottle here so the oil doesn't spill out or spoil the machine itself. And you've got your priming bulb there. You press that when you're ready to go and it pumps the oil through onto the chain. It looks really neat, so I'm just going to move that out of the way. Close the lid so you can take it with you wherever you're going. Got little clips on there, look. One there. Doing it one-handed, so you'll have to excuse me. There we go. And then you have your little chainsaw, mini chainsaw in a box. Very handy, very useful and easy to carry about. So I think that's really good. I'm going to enjoy using this, and it'll be very useful. It'll save me a lot of backache, arm ache and time. And we want to be gardening to be enjoyable. So I think that is one of the good ways to do it, is to have equipment that makes it doable for you. Fortunately, it's come time for this poor tree to have to be removed. It's gotten too big and I can't really contain it in this space anymore. It's a real shame and I hate to do it, but the garden can't survive with the tree there, so it's going to have to come out. And this front garden now will become a rose garden and have all the roses ready and waiting. So I'm going to get on and use the new chainsaw and see how it happens. So I've got my goggles on, I've got the mini chainsaw at hand, I've filled it with oil and primed it. Keep these on because you don't want to get any eye injuries. It's very important you don't lose your eyesight. So I'm going to get started. I think you look funny, don't I? Well, so far I'm very impressed. I've cut through this branch here, which is quite thick, and it's really heavy. So I just think this is going to be quite an easy job. So far so good, it's going quite well. I'm still using the first battery and it seems to be very, very powerful. So I'm going to do some more and see if we can get the whole thing done in a few more minutes or a few more hours. Whew, well, that's a big job. I've done most of the tree now I don't think I want to go any further with this one because it's not suitable for cutting down big trunks like this one. So I've got a friend who's going to come and just finish off for me, and then we'll see how it looks afterwards. And then we can get on with the rose garden. And so the job was done, the tree is finally gone, and the garden will be a lot lighter and brighter without it. I've stored all the branches into the ton bags here, which are going to be shredded. They're going to go into the gardens at the old manor house, and the logs here will be stored until they're dry and used in the log burners there too, so nothing wasted. Well, we're all done. The tree's been felled, and it was very hard work, but it's made so much more easy with the Supstable mini chainsaw. Would I recommend you get one? Yes, if you need it for light use. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you go cutting trees down like what I did, but I wanted to see how well it performed, and it really did do very well. I think it took 2.5 battery charges, which was more than enough to do the whole lot, and it did make it a lot easier. I would recommend, if you were to get one, you perhaps use it for your shrubs and things, doing smaller woody stemmed plants rather than big trees, but I say it's necessary for me to do it on this occasion. And I will be using it in the future quite a lot more because it's very, very useful, very handy, and just easy to get into small spaces. So yes, if you want to have a look in the description below, there's a link to the product on Amazon. I think it's Amazon, and there's a discount code for you there which expires. You have to check the date on that and see when it does. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching the video and found it informative and helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.